This video represents the second tutorial of the e-learning process. In the first tutorial video, you learned how to declare applications, pages and items with Contextor Studio. Just open the project file by clicking on the corresponding button, or select it in Recent Open Files menu. We proposed you to complete the declaration of objects, in order to prepare this new phase of automation. You can see here the result of the declarations. For each application, you had to declare some more fields. We now assume this was done. We can move on the second phase of automation, orchestration. Let's temporarily leave the declarations aside and click on the Workflow Designer perspective. The left side of the perspective is the place to create a new workflow. This one may be attached to one of the application, or to the global process. Click right of the corresponding label and select the New Workflow menu. By default, the global process is taken. You can change its name, add a comment and validate. In the workspace, displayed in the middle, we are going to build the workflow. In the process proposed for this automation, we first have to launch the Windows Sample CRM application. In the Activities window, let's drag the Start activity from the List, Application section, and drop it into the workspace, linked to the Start icon. Going to the Property tab in the Context window, we select the Sample CRM application in the list. OK. This application will be launched automatically. Now, let's go to the Page tab, in the Activities window. Just drag the Sample CRM declared page and drop it, linked just under the Start activity. Double-click on the thumbnail, to see the page detail. We're now going to use Activities to set, click and get data from into this page. To do so, the way is the same as for the page, just drag and drop activities. Let's first set a contract ID in the corresponding field. For example, Contextor will set the field with the value 5. To do so, input this value in the right field in the Context window, on the upper right side of the perspective. Then we drag and drop the click activity on the search button. And get the three fields: contract ID, name and first name. You see on the left part of the detail, the activities list, which have been created. Now, if you look at the Context tab, in the Context window, you see that a context has been automatically created with the captured data. It will be useful later for the automation. Back to the workspace to view, click on the Save button. I guess it's a good reflex for a good developer, and let's go on. It's now time to launch the second application. Eligibility. Same process, same activity, same link, and application selection. Go to Activities window, drag the eligibility page and drop it in the middle. Here again, it's a question of double-clicking on the thumbnail. And remember, a context has been created. Let's now drag the saved contract ID, and drop it in the corresponding field, in the eligibility application. Let's drag the click button, and get the other fields. Oops. I wanted to set the name and first name fields from the context before clicking. Never mind. I do it now. And I simply drag up the corresponding activities in the list, on the left. That's it. I now can get the last three fields. You can see that a new context is automatically created for the eligibility application. Back to the top view, another save action, and let's prepare the last part of the automation. I propose to go back to Sample CRM application, and set captured data. Drag again the same page from the activity list, and drop it in the workspace. Double-click to see the detail, and now get the three fields, captured in the eligibility application, and drop them in the page. We can consider now that this automation is complete. In the end, we will have launched applications, initialized fields, clicked on buttons, retrieved field values from an application to paste them in the second. After saving the project for the last time, we can now try to build it, to check that there's no error. Fortunately, there's no error. Before launching the automation, let's have a look on the generated code. Behind the scenes, scenario, steps, and code have been automatically created by Contextor. It's important to see that this simple automation doesn't need to write code. But in more complex situations, it will be useful to get access to the code, in order to reuse steps, or add specific functions, for example. Okay, it's now time to launch the automation. We choose to launch it with the debugger. It also allows to carry out manual actions on the applications, in order to check that all the fields to be piloted are well accessible. You can refer to the wiki to have more detail on the debugger content. In this video, the systray is on the left side. Select the Contextor icon and click on the Test CRM to ELearning menu to launch the automation. We'll see later, in another lesson, how to build your own menu tree. Once launched, automation is already complete. You can notice that for each application, start and load events have been reported. We can restart the process by slowing down a bit, selecting an option in the debugger, and formally slowing down the movie. Just check the toggle highlight choice in the debug menu. Close the applications and restart the systray. A red rectangle shows all the process, step by step. That's it. You see exactly what you designed in the workflow. You can stop the debugger by clicking on the blue rectangle. Congratulations! You've built and run your first automation. It just took a few minutes to declare applications, pages, and objects, and orchestrate the process with the Workflow Designer. You accessed to the code, automatically generated by the Workflow Designer tool, because you created your own process.